It's okay.
I'm not even wearing a mic.
Oh. All right. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Kia Hyundai channel. My name's Gabi.
And I'm Charlotte.
And these two cars, these are special because one of them's my favorite.
The other one actually is mine.
It's literally Charlotte's. So we like to think we know these cars quite well. And as of 2024, the Kia Sorento is now recently refreshed, so it's even more competitive to its Kia Sportage, its younger sibling, I should say. Now, these vehicles, they do share a lot because they are in the same automotive family. They're all Kia products, but there's a lot of differences as well too. And the purpose of today's video is for me and Charlotte to walk you through the differences so you can find out which one is the best buy for your family's needs.
Absolutely.
So number one, Charlotte, why do we do these videos?
We do these videos for 3 different reasons. The first reason, and actually before I say this, if you are new to the Kia Hyundai channel and this is the first video of ours you're seeing, please hit subscribe. We do so many videos on Kia and Hyundai content specifically, but also on all of those little tips and tricks and everything like that. And that's actually why we do these videos. For those of you who own Kia or Hyundai products. Not content. That's why we offer tips and tricks, stuff like that. The second reason we do these videos is if you are searching for a new vehicle or a pre-owned vehicle, why not consider just Kia and Hyundai as a brand? And third reason is if you live in Ontario, which is in Canada, why not buy from us? Myself and Gabi are here at Brantford Kia, but we have Brantford Hyundai and Owen Sound Hyundai as a part of our dealer group, and we do not charge any type of dealer markup, market adjustment fees, anything like that.
None of that. So Charlotte, what do you think we should start off with?
I think we better start off with the Sorento.
I was going to say Sportage, but okay. All right, we'll save the best for first, I guess. All right, so I'm going to do the exterior, the interior, but I'm also going to talk about the powertrain and the mechanisms of this car and how it differs from the Sportage over there. I'm just going to warn you guys right now. Both of these start with an S. I'm probably going to say the name of the Sportage for this one. It's going to be a mess.
Oh, I'm counting that I'm going to do it.
But the content will be there. So this green is Sorento for today's video, and that gray one is our Sportage. Both of these are showcased in their top trim level. So for the Kia Sorento, you're looking at the X Pro if you're here in Canada, and this is priced at 50,975 Canadian. Now, Charlotte, what's the price of the X-Line Limited Sportage?
For the X-Line Limited, I just got to double check to make sure I've got the right figure for 2024. I should have been a little bit more prepared. You're at 43,045.
Okay, so right off the bat, the Kia Sorento is a little bit more expensive, but guys, this is one size class larger. There's a couple features that you can't get on the Sportage that you can get here, and my favorite part, more power. So let's start off with the aesthetic. So looking at right away, you're going to see those bold amber daytime running lights. So they run across and kind of face their way into the grille, which I really do like. And again, this is a refresh for 2024, so we did not have that last year. For the grille, it's blacked out, but that's only on the X Pro trim level. If you're looking at the entrance, you're going to see a little bit more of chrome finishes. So if that's your preference, don't worry, you can still get it. You get a bunch of great safety features like forward ultrasonic parking sensors, our rear or forwards radar sensors, so that's going to be utilized for things like your smart cruise control, your highway drive assist, and of course just general safety mechanisms. So we got that there. I think the styling is very unique. You get these beautiful stacked fog lights that are LEDs, and your entire headlight unit is also an LED. So you can see it's honestly
bright.
It's really bright. We'll get a closer look at that because I really do like the new look of the lights. And then I'm going to pop the hood and we'll talk about the powertrain. So the powertrain is something that really makes the Sorento one of my favorite vehicles to drive ever. And I never thought I would say that about an SUV because I'm young, I don't have a family, I don't have kids to drive around. Why do I like SUVs? This vehicle is such a fun time to drive. So under the hood, you get a 2.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, 281 horsepower, 311 pound-feet of torque, and that, my friends, is tied to an 8-speed dual-clutch transmission. Sorry, I'm just gonna prop this up. So 8-speed dual clutch, and you get paddle shifters. So that makes this vehicle very responsive and very driver focused. It truly is a vehicle that you feel like you're having a fun time behind the wheel. It's not just something to get you from point A to point B. It's to do that, but have fun while doing it and also being comfortable. On the X Pro trim, everything's a little bit more rugged and kind of catered towards a more outdoorsy person. So for the wheels, you get 18-inch alloys with all-terrain tires. If this isn't your thing and you prefer a more city sleek look, don't worry, the Sorento also caters to that. You can get 20-inch wheels with regular all-season tires. They're perfect, but take a look. They're nice, they're beefy. What more could you ask for? Up at the top, you'll see our roof rails are raised. So again, tying in with that outdoorsy look, yet rugged feel. Of course, they are functional, so it's not just for looks. This vehicle is really, really capable. And speaking of capable, the towing capacity is 4,500 pounds on this vehicle. That's right. So only on the X Pro trim, you're going to get that increased towing capacity. If you're looking at the X Line or the X Line Limited, that moves down to 3,500, which is still higher than the Sportage. And then if you're looking at the LX or the EX trim level, you're going to get 2,000 pounds of towing capacity. This vehicle does come pre-wired for towing as well too, so you don't have to worry about that. All right, let's stand up. Obviously, it's SUV body shape. It has a nice classic look to it. Another thing I do like about the Sorento is it's not bubbly by any means. It's very square, yet still sporty. So it doesn't look like a literal cube with wheels. It still has a beautiful, smooth finish to it. It looks really good, and it's even better in motion. When we hop inside, you'll see it's also just a very refined cabin, which kind of is weird considering on the outside, it looks like this vehicle is ready to tackle the desert. Please don't do that. All right, we're gonna lift the tailgate. It's power lift, so you can expect a lot of refined features in this vehicle. And you don't actually have to go up to the top trim level to get that, which I really do like. Starting off on the EX trim for 2024, you already get a power lift gate. So you get a lot of nice features in the entry or close to entry trim models. For seats, this is a big thing between the Sportage and the Sorento. You're either going to get a 7-seater or a 6-seater. So it doesn't matter what trim level you're going to get 3 rows of seats. And that can be an advantage or a disadvantage, and I'll show you why. So right now I have for a second row 1 seat up, and then the other one kind of folded down. Charlotte, can you get in there and show that? So you'll notice in the very middle, there's only 2 seats. There's no bench. And this is great if you only ever carry 4 people with you, because you can have those seats up. And as you can see, there's so much room back here for whatever cargo you need. But if you're a family of 5 and you have to have one of these rear seats up, you lose on a lot of space that you might be better off with seating like a Sportage. But nonetheless, it may work for you, it may not. My mom drives one of these. Her kids are grown up, but she has a big dog, and she loves having the space and the open area of the captain's chair. So you truly have to drive it and see which works best for your family. Underneath, you got a little bit of storage, just a teeny bit right over here. Your kit for your spare, and the spare tire is actually located underneath the vehicle. That's about it for the exterior of the vehicle and the performance. Should we take a look at the Sportage exterior performance now, or should we do the interior of this one now?
I think we better do the Sportage exterior performance. Let's start with that. That way we can do exterior, exterior, interior, interior. So I think that we'll start at the rear as well. So when it comes to these 2 vehicles, we're really doing this video to help you guys decide if you need to go up in size class or if something smaller is going to work for you and for your family or whatever your needs may be. Now, they're going to share a lot of the same safety features as Gabi mentioned. This is going to have highway drive assist 1, not 2 as the Sorento has, but you're still going to get lane keep assist, lane follow assist, smart cruise control. You got front and rear parking sensors. You're going to have blind view monitoring, surround view monitoring. You want it, you got it in this car, and I love this vehicle. It's truly been a pleasure to drive. Now, this is the X-Line Limited, so again, going to be the top trim, so we're going to have some X-Line exclusive badging on the exterior and inside. But to start off with the rear, your tail lights, your headlights, your fog lights, everything is LED. Let's open up and take a look at that space, because this is definitely one of my favorite things. So I actually have my stuff in there to show you guys what this really actually looks like. And actually, I usually have my stroller in there too. And I keep my cargo floor dropped down to give me a little bit of extra room on the vertical. Now underneath, you can see I've got my spare tire there as well. And usually I'll actually fill this with my reusable bags. Right now they're there like a good, responsible Canadian citizen. I also love that I've got a 12-volt back here. I've got LED lighting on the interior, and I can knock down my seats using this lever. So if I'm loading in something big and need to knock it down, I can. And I love how much cargo space I have here, because this is a 5-seater vehicle. But in contrast to the Sorento, you're able to still fit 5 people while not compromising that cargo space. And I think this is really great, especially say if you've got like 2 kids and you still want to be able to bring a friend somewhere, but you need to bring all of your gear. I think it's super practical, and that is a huge selling feature for someone who is like me. You do have power tailgate. Again, absolutely love that feature. Again, all LED lighting. Wipers hidden underneath the spoiler.
Both of them have that. It's nice, eh?
Both of them have hidden wipers.
I think that's probably one of the best things Kia started doing.
The hidden wiper?
It's so small.
I love it. It looks so
nice.
good. Now we can take a look at the side profile of this vehicle. Now, like I said, this is the X-Line Limited, so it's again designed to be a little bit more rugged. We have a 19-inch alloy wheels, and these are only on the X-Line and X-Line Limited. I love the look of them, and I think that they are a little bit more of that city sleek look in comparison to the dark, rugged, beefy ones that we have on the Sorento. Some other great features, you do have keyless entry, you also have push button start, and we have ladder style roof rails that are functional, and you can fit 2 kayaks, at least 2 kayaks up there. And I've done that a couple times. Body colored mirrors, you've got your turn signal indicator, and then I said that you've got blind spot monitoring and surround view monitoring. Here's your cameras there. Heated windshield, which I love, again, huge difference in the winter. And then of course, this is gonna be a huge difference is the styling on this vehicle. We have some nice glossy black accents, and really the headlight units is gonna be that striking change. They're very much that boomerang X-shaped, very reminiscent to what we have seen on the K5. And I think this goes great with the trim too, because it is the X-Line Limited, and we've got kind of an X converging in the center. Still have your radar plate down at the bottom with your parking sensors too. And underneath the hood, I'll open that up.
So essentially, see that camera in there, and the forward sensor there. Same thing on the Sorento. Kia is of course going to have a lot of the same safety features in their vehicles, just different size and equipment.
Little dirty underneath the hood, bear with me, but you got a 2.4 liter GDI 4-cylinder engine giving you 187, your horsepower output is 187 with 178 pound-feet of torque. So less power on this vehicle, but a little bit better fuel economy. So that, and I generally, as someone who has driven this, you know, pretty much for almost a year for the Sportage X-Line Limited, I do find that my fuel economy, it has performed better than what I've anticipated, but I do utilize the different drive modes, which we'll show on the interior too. So how was that for a quick fire?
I like it.
Was that pretty good?
Is there anything on the Sportage that you can't get in the Sorento, or something maybe vice versa? I can think of a couple things on the Sorento that you can't get on the Sportage.
Yes, I don't know if I can really think of anything on the Sorento that you can't get. What do you think? No, I don't think so.
No?
Towing capacity on this, I will mention, is 2,500 pounds, so you do come down from the X Pro, but again, still super well equipped.
So something that is on the Sorento that is not yet available on the Sportage is the inclusion of this here camera. And this camera is not your backup camera, it's actually utilized for your rear view mirror. So you get a digitized or just a regular mirror for your rear view, and I'll show you guys that when we hop inside. Another thing is, notice how the door handles don't have an actual button, it's just an indent. So you still have the utilization of being able to open your door without actually grabbing your key. You just kind of tuck your hand in there and press there to lock it. But now you can also remotely unlock and start your vehicle with your phone or smart watch. So a new feature there.
Ooh, we're not often in these seats filming.
All right, so we got X Pro, quilted leather. So something that makes it a little bit more, I guess, unique. You have, you know, trim-specific interior options. Power seats, you'll also get that on the Sportage, so that's not too different or exciting. Memory seats, but you'll see there's a lot of wood grain interior, soft touch materials along the door, and Sorento plating right over here. Don't mind that it's dirty. We've been abusing this vehicle for videos.
Wait to see the inside of the Sportage.
All right, I'm gonna turn the car on and we're gonna take a look at the screens because the software in this vehicle is completely different and we've never had it in any of our Kia gasoline vehicles before. Don't mind the beeping. All right, for your screens, you get two 12.3-inch displays, so they're huge, same size as the Sportages, but you'll notice the interface is completely different. Wow. And that's because we have our new CCNC software, which stands for Car Connected Navigation Cockpit. Never gets easier to say, but boy, is it easy to use. So this is by far the most advanced, yet also user-friendly software we've ever had. Usually those two don't go hand in hand.
That's a good segue.
You know? All right, so right over here, we got these large icons, something that's nice, because of course, if you're driving and you need to open your phone or your map, you don't want to find a little dinky, tiny icon on your screen. It's nice to have something big. We'll scroll over and you get more options. So setup, weather, vehicle diagnostics, that kind of thing, which, you know, this is nice and all. It's all stuff that we've had on vehicles in the past, but you know what we haven't? Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. So we finally have our larger screens with that capacity, which is very nice to have. You also have over-the-air software updates as well too, so your vehicle can update itself, no problem. You don't have to use your USB flash drive stick, and it just makes everything way easier. Below that, we have our switchable keyboard. So this is actually first introduced on the Sportage for gas cars. Yeehaw! The Sportage is pioneering. But it's really nice, the application in the Sorento. So this is the same. Everything else though, so the way the entirety of the interior really is set up is completely different. So something I love about the Sorento is how I don't want to say truck-like because then people will be like, ew, that's rough. It's fuel hungry. It's a pig, whatever. But no, it is the way you sit in this vehicle. You're so upright. You can see everything. The windows are big. It truly, it's a great experience. The way you're seated, I much prefer. I think I have a much better view around myself in the vehicle. Where the Sportage, I do feel like I'm a little bit more condensed, cramped, and that's just my opinion. You guys definitely have to drive them, test them for yourselves. Obviously, this is a bigger vehicle, so that's going to have that effect. All right, gear shift, drive mode select with terrain modes. You get that on the Sportage too. Double heated steering wheel, never had that before. Woo woo. Auto hold, emergency parking brake or e-brake, that kind of stuff's there. I'll show you what the 360 camera looks like. Now the Sportage is going to be the same, but of course, this is on our new screen. Shows the Sorento, you get a full view of everything. And here's what makes this vehicle very different. So let's take a look up here. This is a regular rear view camera or mirror, right? Until it's not. Now it's in camera mode. This is great because if you are utilizing all 6 seats and you know kids are bouncing around back there, maybe you're carrying balloons in your car, who knows, you can actually see from the back of your vehicle because this is placed right behind the car. It's not in the car at all. And it actually gives you 6 lanes worth of viewage. I hate that word. But so it's much more, I guess, you have a much better view, really.
Better vantage point.
And it's crystal clear, provided you keep your vehicle semi-clean. It's just something to keep note of in the winter when there's a bunch of salt being kicked off from the road, just to give it a quick wipe down. And the best part is, if you don't use it, you can always use your regular mirror. So it's not something that, if the view is obstructed, you're done for.
Yeah.
You still have a regular mirror, which is very nice. Other than that, we'll just give a quick pan of the overview of the interior.
There are similarities, but they are set up pretty differently, especially in this area down here. Still have your wireless phone charger. And then, of course, this is going to be a little bit different, just your areas for connectivity or for charging too. Heated, ventilated seats, we love to see.
Like we mentioned, because they're both top trims, we're going to see a lot of the same things. Heated, cooled seats, memory seats, power seats, huge sunroof. That's something a lot of Kias share when you get to the top models. The main differences are, here's one of the last ones I'm going to point out. New key!
Mega key.
This is the key with the largest battery Kia's ever done, so you can expect them to last a little bit longer. That's all. That's all I've got to say.
That's all on that.
Well, I guess I'll show the gauge cluster a little bit.
Yeah,
so again,
this is different.
Yeah, this is also part of our CCNC software update. So let's cycle through. You get the same views as we used to have, like tire pressure, your route for your navigation, but everything else is just laid out a little bit differently. Change your drive mode and the theme changes a little bit, or usually it does. Right now it's off, but yeah. All right, let's check out the back seats and then we'll hop into the Sportage. Let's do it. Okay, so again, captain's chairs. You're gonna get the captain's chairs on everything above the EX trim level. So if you're someone who loves the Sorento, but you need a bench and you can't do anything else other than a bench, you're gonna have to get the LX trim if you are here in Canada, until maybe they'll add more in the future, I don't know. But captain's chairs, these are extremely comfortable. You do get armrests, which is quite nice. And then when you do go up to the top trim, the X-Line, or X-Line Limited or the X Pro, you're gonna get these heated as well too. So quilts, heated, adjustable, check it out. Bose premium sound system. You get the straight pipes, call them peasant blockers for your, we love it. All right, and in the back of the driver and passenger seat, we have our USB-Cs for charging, air vents, household outlet, 12 volts right over here, storage, so double storage. You get a leather pocket and a mesh pocket, and that's going to be on the driver's seat and the passenger seat. If you want to hop into the back, it's pretty easy when the seats are up. They're not, so I'm going to make it a little bit harder. Just going to perch in here for a second. To drop the seats down to hop into the back, there's buttons on both elbow areas. So I'm just, maybe I'll do this one just to make it easier.
Yeah,
push
there
it,
you go.
Slides the seat. It's nice and easy. This is going to look awkward, but I promise usually you have this preset.
Wow, it's so simple.
It's so simple. Guys, this is so easy. Your kids can do it. All right, but seriously, you hop back in here. It's comfy. Definitely don't put your tallest passenger here or someone wearing heels perhaps, but it's fine. Lots of room on the vertical, so lots of headroom. The only issue I have with comfort here is the fact that you are pretty hunched over, so your seats or your feet are seated a little bit higher than I would normally like, or what you'd anticipate in a regular seat, but that's to be expected. This is a third row in an SUV. Other than that, I mean, you get cup holders back here. USB-Cs. Nice headliner.
Yeah, I love the headliner.
Yeah.
Love the dark headliner, looks great.
There's a 12 volt back here too. I failed to mention that earlier, but it's great. LED lighting. Let's check out the Sportage.
Let's check out the Sportage,
right.
shall we?
Getting out is always interesting because of my shoe choices, but
Here at Brantford Kia, we
We
always
live.
choose in practical shoes.
yeah,
Okay,
my shoes may not be all-terrain.
but you know what is?
Sorento
Now, before we go inside, I have a young kid. I have dogs. This is my car. Remember what it was like when you had young kids. If you have them, don't judge me.
Ew!
The judgment. Guys, we're really keeping it real today. But like Gabby said, we're still going to get the seating controls, electronic seating controls for both. You have real leather, quilted leather in this vehicle. You've got memory seats too, which I love, child lock. Instead of having a Bose premium sound system, you do have Harman Kardon, which I really like.
As an owner perspective, you like it?
Yeah, I really like it. Yeah. I enjoy it. This sounds good. I'm not a huge sound junkie person. That's not my area of expertise, but Jackson has said he's liked it more than other vehicles I've had in the past. So I'm like, that's great.
Well, as long as he likes it.
As long as he likes it. But super comfortable. You see, I'm short and I feel like I have no problem seeing over the hood of the vehicle. Also, I find there's virtually no blind spot in this vehicle. There's so many windows that are, obviously big. And so I can see very easily out of them when I'm shoulder checking either way. Also, of course, I have blind view monitoring too. Why are you looking at my feet? Let's not bring that up.
I didn't mean to.
I like the controls for the tailgate, electronic parking brake, again, leather-wrapped heated steering wheel, and I have the dual 12.3-inch screens.
I'm going to come around. Just
Yeah, please do.
get a bit. All right, guys. We're not there yet, but let us know which one's in the lead for you.
Hey. We still have a dark headliner in this vehicle, which I love, but let's talk about what is a huge difference, which may make or break it for some people, and that is going to come down to the software that our infotainment center is running. So we do not have that updated software. We're still running the old stuff, which means I've got a cord down there, and that is going to include a wired CarPlay and Android Auto. So again, nothing that we haven't seen before. For me, I'm fine with it. I find that it's really strong connectivity-wise, but I do love how strong it is in the new Sorento wirelessly. So that's great.
Where's your microfiber cloth? They want to know.
Oh, I took it out! So I tried to wipe down my car and clean it today, but I took it out. It's with the rest of my junk.
Charlotte's got all her stuff.
Yeah.
She kicked everything out
Ignore
for this
me.
video.
So I did try to clean it for you guys. Something that is very different on this vehicle is going to be the fact that we have the engine start-stop in the center console too, instead of right up here where we normally have it. But again, you can see that we have our switchable infotainment cluster.
Can I just say I hate that? I don't like it there.
I'm used to it because I drive this every day, but
Every car I get into, I always reach
for it
right
there.
over there.
So that is different, but it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, it's an odd spot, but if you're the one driving this vehicle every day, you're like, oh, I don't even think about it anymore.
Yeah, it's not a deal
So,
breaker.
I do the reverse, but we've got paddle shifters. We've got an 8-speed automatic transmission, super smooth shifting. I love driving this vehicle. I think it's really great. I think it's easy to drive. You can get into it. Anyone can know where anything is. It's very intuitive. Here we do have the inclusion, of course, drive and terrain modes. So for drive modes, you've got normal, sport, and smart. Snow, mud, and sand for your terrain modes. I have used snow mode. I have not used mud or sand. I haven't gotten myself in that situation yet, but I usually keep my vehicle in smart mode too. Parking sensors and your camera. So here's your rear view camera with surround view monitoring. And like I said, you do have a front and a rear parking sensors too, and a host of different safety features. Here is going to be more of your comfort controls. So heated seats, ventilated seats, still getting those. One level of heated steering wheel and regular nice gear shift. I'm packing snacks if anyone wants some blueberry vanilla Gerber snacks. But you do have your adjustable cup holders, which is great. I make good use of those. Lots of room still in the center console. I've got my nice umbrella in there. I love that the vents are going to mimic the headlight units in the front and still keeping comparison with that nice faux wood in the center.
The wood grain on both of them, I think, just adds a really nice touch.
It's a very luxe touch. We still have a huge sunroof in this vehicle, absolutely gorgeous. I was utilizing this on some of the nice days that we've been having. And it just makes the drive so much more fun. Like, I love having a sunroof on a nice sunny day. But again, tons of space in this vehicle. I've never felt claustrophobic. My husband has never felt claustrophobic in this vehicle. Generally, it's a very nice, smooth, quiet ride. So let's hop to the back seat.
Quick look at the seats themselves. So still quilted, do not have trim embossing, but still very nice seats.
Oh, it might be better if you come around this side.
Oh, it's car seat approved.
I told you, we're keeping it real on the Kia Hyundai channel. So I'll actually have Gabby give a nice overview first so you can see the room that is in the back seat. I do, of course, have my rear-facing car seat in there. Lots of room, lots of room.
Back seats are still quilted, which is really nice.
Yes, and they're also heated. So obviously this one's not going to be in use, but this seat, it is heated. And I still have a drop-down cup holders and center armrest. I still have rear vents back here, and a huge win for me is the fact that these are not framed in piano black. They're just framed in regular, black molding. Because if I had kids in that car, fingerprint magnet. We all know it. But I think it still looks great. We've got the headrest still that double as your coat rack. Lots of opportunities for hanging stuff, privacy, 2 USB-Cs as well, and tons of leg room.
Yeah, lots of space.
It's surprising. You could definitely fit 2 car seats back here, and depending on the car seat and what the regulations are, you could fit one in the center here or put someone in the center here too, but I personally haven't tested that out, and it will depend on your car seat as well. But I think that's really going to be my quick fire. We got LED lighting still on the interior. Fuel, just regular, unleaded.
Yep.
For both vehicles. And I think we should probably answer some questions.
Yeah. If you're curious, both of these cars actually come in a hybrid and plug-in hybrid powertrain. So you can get gas, hybrid, or plug-in hybrid. I said you can get it. I never said it was easy. The wait times are pretty rough.
That was so real.
Well, guys, I will not lie. We always keep it real on this channel. Sometimes
Now,
that's a bad thing.
guys, it's one thing that neither of these vehicles have that personally I think is a real downer is the inclusion of a sunglass holder. However, Paul Williams, he so graciously sent us Kia branded sunglass holders. So now it doesn't matter which vehicle we drive.
Can you show them?
We have options. I think we should show them. I don't have my glasses on me.
Maybe we can hold a pen with it.
Because I'm, not smart. I'll use my keys.
Yeah. And these look nice because they have the Kia emblem on it, so they look pretty official.
So it slides on.
Oh, sorry.
You're good. Use it for my keys. Honestly, this is what we need for the lot.
Is this gonna stay? Oh, wow.
Look how strong that is. So
No.
it can do my keys. So if you've got really heavy, beefy sunglasses, you're good.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So thank you so much, Paul, for sending those. That was
Yeah.
such a fun. I can leave mine in there and not worry about it getting lost. That's my car.
Honestly, something that's upsetting though, because look how big this SUV is. There is space for sunglass holders. Why are manufacturers removing it? Because it's not just Kia either.
Sometimes I think about it and I'm like, oh, maybe it impedes the rain sensor, but I'm like, no.
No, my Kia Forte has it.
Yeah.
So I really don't know.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I'm like, no, I know there's vehicles that have the rain sensor and still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's answer. I feel like this is so low.
Yeah.
All right.
But we're curious as to what you guys think. What vehicle do you think you would?
I was going to say disclaimer.
Oh.
Those are dealership plates, not Charlotte's personal plates.
Yeah, don't call them report me.
No. Difference between an 8-speed automatic versus an 8-speed dual clutch transmission. So there's a lot. 8-speed automatic, just regular auto, is going to use a torque converter to shift its gears, and then a dual clutch transmission actually utilizes 2 clutches, dual clutches, if you will. So one is going to control odd numbers, such as, so if your gear is up to 8, you get 1, 3, I hate counting odd, 1, 3, 5, 7, and then the other clutch is going to do 2, 4, 6, 8, and essentially once, let's say you're in gear 2, gear 3 is already queued up, ready to shift on instant. So it's just a different transmission, really. It's still automated in the sense you don't manually have to shift gears, but it doesn't follow the same suit as a regular automatic transmission. Thank you for listening. That is all. Okay. Question from Adele. I only use eco mode. Am I missing a lot if I don't use smart mode? No.
No, not at all. Because you've got a Sportage too. Yeah.
Smart mode really just does whatever it is you're doing. So if you're driving efficiently, it's eco mode. But if you step on it to, I don't know, pass somebody on the highway, it temporarily shifts you into sport, and then it drops you back down to whatever you end up doing again. So it's just kind of like it just listens to you.
Yeah, and the neat thing is you can tell when the vehicle's doing it too, because say if you have the vehicle in smart mode, if you're, merging onto the highway, being a little bit more aggressive on the throttle, you'll actually see the smart mode. It'll flash red, or it'll turn red to let you know that you're utilizing like the sport mode capabilities, basically.
Ryan said, let's make sure we give this video a like. And I gotta say, Ryan, he says some really knowledgeable stuff sometimes.
Yeah, Ryan kills it. Ryan is our honorary Kia Hyundai. Not even honorary at this point. He's just part of the Kia Hyundai team.
Honestly, he's our professional driver, though.
Yes.
So we're
And
professional
photographer.
at everything else, but Ryan is... Oh, boy. I got a question. Someone saying, I'll just try to find it, actually. Sapphire Gowan said, I'm in line for a 2024 hybrid Sportage. Is that going to be a 6-speed or an 8-speed? I missed what model Sportage is in this video. Glad I caught you guys live for once. Thank you for joining us live. If you're looking at a hybrid or plug-in hybrid Sportage, you're going to get a 6-speed automatic. If you're looking for a gas Sportage, just straight gas, it's an 8-speed automatic, no matter the trim. So from base to top, it's just 8-speed, regular automatic. Yeehaw. Also, congratulations on placing a deposit on the Sportage Hybrid.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure
awesome.
you'll love it.
I drove an EX for a little bit and I loved it. I actually think I did like it more than the gas just because, again, it was saving me so much on fuel. I was loving that.
Makisa said AT uses a torque converter and the 8-speed dual clutch uses clutches like a manual transmission. Exactly what I said. Ali T said, anyone in Calgary needing a Hyundai? Hello. Don't go selling cars on our live stream. That's our job. All right. What is the safety ratings and available driver assistance features in both models? So when it comes to how it's responded in crash reports and whatnot, unfortunately, I just don't have that on the top of my head. Both of them do very, very well in the safety department. Now when it comes to actual safety features that are available in the vehicle, you can get the same features in each vehicle. Yeah. The only thing you can't get on the Sportage that is available on the Sorento is going to be Highway Drive Assist 2, which essentially maintains your speed, makes sure you're at a safe distance from the car ahead of you, does some steering adjustments, but it also changes lanes for you. The Sportage does all that except change lanes. Okay. Do you know the gas mileage of this Sportage?
So for me, I usually get close to around the 600 kilometer mark. Usually,
I guess you can get real world.
Yeah, so that's typically what I get with my driving habits. If you want the actual fuel economy numbers, what they're rated for, I can give you those. So fuel tank is 54 liters. So for all-wheel drive, city is this the right vehicle? Yeah, it is. I wanted to double check that for a second.
Sorento's 10.3 combined for the turbo model.
That's fun. Combined is 9.5 for Sportage.
I was hoping someone would ask this question. They want to see if I can review my Kia Forte.
Yeah.
I want to get it in here. It's been driving it for what, a year and a half, 2 years? Put a lot of mileage on it. I think we should bring it in, film it.
I think we should get a free detail out of it.
Yeah, guys, my car, honestly, it really needs a clean. So in the comments, if you could say, we want to see Gabby's car. Maybe I can expense a cleanup to the dealership.
She'll show you all her mods.
all my mods. Window tint. That's all. I got this new cord from Amazon for my wired Apple CarPlay.
Yeah, we both have wired.
It's pretty sweet mod. Okay, anyway. Jenkins is asking a launcher end. So there's been no official 2024 launcher end for here in Canada. Nothing that we've seen or heard of or received yet. But you better believe as soon as
we know anything, we'll let you guys know.
It'll be in this video, bae. And we'll be yapping about it. That's for sure.
We love to yap if you can't tell.
Yeah. Ryan, he's always on top of it. He said Elantra N's not out yet. And
there you go.
Yep. Sapphire said, I had a 2019 Sportage, lost it in an accident, temporarily in a Niro, fell in love with the hybrid fuel efficiency. You two are the reason I'm staying with Kia.
Love the Niro.
Thank you so much. The Niro, yeah, it's also a really good car.
So my husband drives a 2014 Kia Forte right now as like a commuter vehicle.
Sweet ride.
Yeah, it's a sweet ride. And the Niro HGV is definitely the next car that we want to purchase to replace that in the future.
Abe said we're the modern day Terrence and Phillip. Do you know who those are?
I'm not too familiar.
They're the Canadians from South Park.
Oh!
You absolute. No, I'm joking. Okay. All right. I feel like we should probably end off today's video.
Yeah, we're around the 36 mark. We'll end on a... Okay, let us know which car you want to drive, which car you want to take home, which car works best for you. Personally, I think Sportage. I think that there's a Sportage for everyone in every season of life, and if you are looking for a transitional vehicle for no matter what the future comes, I think the Sportage is a clear winner. Okay.
I think the Sorento is way more fun, lots more power.
We'd love to see a turbo Sportage.
We'd love to see it, please. Sorento is a ton of fun. Trust me, I hate SUVs. This one's awesome. Goodbye.